6th and Peabody, our location. You have your own smoky moonshine. Hot mic cut it with throat here at OutKick.com. We've had Jonathan Crompton on a couple of times on the show in the past. Always
had him on when he was a Montreal Alouette.
That's right. Yes,
at one point.
That's right.
One of the all-time greats for that franchise.
Now he's doing great work for Agency Sports, and he joins us here on the show. Looking forward to it.
Well, and before we get to Jonathan, a little preface here. Jonathan does work with A to Z Sports Nashville, Big Orange Podcast, does post-game reaction. And he said something following the game that ended up, because of some aggregation online, becoming a huge, huge story. Here's what Jonathan had to say on his show.
I'm telling you, I'm not the one to call for a coach to get fired, blah, 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 blah. That's not my thing. But I'm just saying, I do think Heupel is our James Franklin. He's going to win us 9 to 10 ball games a year. The odd year we'll get 11. And that's about our ceiling.
So that was him on his show. Now, this was repurposed. The quote was picked up by a lot of people. It led to national reaction from people like Kirk Herbstreit, who had this to say.
Tip of the cap to the fans, to the game ops at Tennessee. It's as good of a scene to me as there is in the country when they're rolling. And I think I heard some nonsense from Tennessee fans about Josh Heupel's got to go. Oh, whoever loses has got to go. Man, bullshit. Have you thought about where Tennessee's football program was before Josh Heupel got there? Off the field issues, drama, BS all going. This is a good football team that lost maybe the 2 best corners on one team. You should be just like lock Josh Heupel and his staff down for 100 years. You can't win every game. You guys are heading in a great direction. Be grateful. It's going to come. You can't win them all. And when you lose one, it doesn't mean you need to fire your coach. You know, that I'm just tired of hearing a team, all these fans, when they lose a game, we got to fire our coach. That's not the answer.
So Jonathan Crompton joins us now. And Jonathan, as you said in the beginning, you stated you're not asking to fire the coach, and then said the deal about James Franklin. But this has been picked up, and you've got former players that are responding to it and everything else. What is your response to the response to your statement?
Well, here's the thing. If anybody goes back and actually does their homework on it, I'm the only one that was defending and said, first off, he's the greatest coach that we could have had in the situation he was put in. He inherited a crap show. I've defended Tim Banks nonstop and said, if you look at our statistics, our defensive scheme is where it needs to be. Our secondary, we've got guys hurt. We've got guys hurt on the D line, the whole 9 yards. And if you go back in prior shows, the only reason I said James Franklin is because that's what a lot of people today will relate to. Originally, I said like a Mark Richt, meaning 9, 10, 11 ball games a year. What's wrong with that?
Right.
What is wrong with 9 to 11 wins a year?
In the SEC.
I don't understand. I can't fathom where anybody took that Josh Heupel was not the right guy for the job. Honestly. So, because once again, I've said it hundreds of times. He was the best coach that could get us to where we needed to go as a program I'm going to watch my language, for the program he inherited. And he's done a tremendous job recruiting. I do think I've been honest about this. We need depth, but hell, everybody can always complain about depth. I mean, any program is going to complain about that, especially in today's world of the transfer portal and all that. So I don't know where anybody's getting that I said he should be fired. I mean, Jesus Christ. Playoffs last year, 22 were on the verge of a second half of one game making the playoffs in that year. So to me, it's comical when things get taken out of context for clicks, I guess you'd say. Because if anybody goes and watches our halftime and postgame show, I'm the one defending him and our staff. I have said our DBs do need to get better, but that's not a Tim Banks schematics thing at all. I do think we need to get more depth. It's just the bottom line. But him being 9 to 11 wins a year, if anybody complains with 10 or 11 wins consistently, we need to see what's in their water.
And here's where I think you got caught up into a cycle that I see all too often. There are some crazy Tennessee fans, like there are a lot of other fan bases across, and there are some really dumb Tennessee fans out there that I encounter all the time. But I think the national media wants Tennessee to be crazy. I think they like it when Tennessee's viewed as crazy. I think Kirk Herbstreit loves going on there because he saw a couple of faceless bots on social media call for Josh Heupel's job and act like Tennessee fans want Josh Heupel fired. I'm sure, Jonathan, you've probably seen this a lot too. I think the national media wants Tennessee fans to be dumber and crazier than they already are.
Well, we always say when Tennessee's good, it's good for college sports in every sport. You know what I mean? That's just the reality. When Ohio State is good, it's good for college sports. You always have those programs. But when you have the programs that have the national recognition brand, the Power T, yes, the national media needs things to talk about. They do. So what sells? Negativity. You get taught that day one of college. Negativity sells. Watch what you say in the media. Blah, blah, blah. I guess I should take that advice 20-something years later now, that people can't go back and watch the whole video or go back and do the research on what is said, because once again, Josh Heupel and his staff have proven time and time again that they are the right people. I'm the one defending. They keep calling him, he can't coach on the road. He can't coach on the road. And go back and look at the Alabama, our post game for Alabama. I'm the one that said he didn't throw the spotter two by banana inside. He did not make the tackles. You're right. He didn't duck his head and completely avoid running backs. He's not the one that did that. He didn't get his face ran through on blitzing Mike linebackers backed up in the red zone on the 2-yard line. He didn't do those things. And those are quotes that I've said. So once again, you are right. They do love when we, as Tennessee fans, make bigger deals out of what things are, because it gives them things to talk about. It really does, because Tennessee fans are passionate. They are. They should be. We're one of the most recognizable brands in the country at all levels of sports.
So, by the way, you said exactly what I was going to follow up with earlier. It's like, is James Franklin a bad comparison? It's not like you're comparing him to the worst coach I mean, he
coached there for 12 years and got multiple offers to go coach somewhere else while he was there. So it wasn't all bad.
15 to 20 James Franklin.
That's what I'm saying.
And not everyone's Kirby Smart or Nick Saban. Nick Saban had to leave, so Kirby Smart's now you get what I'm saying here. My final thing for me here. At what point, though, I would prefer from the fan perspective, let the season play out. If he goes and wins at Florida, everyone's going to they're going to want to pay another 10% tax on their tickets.
Exactly.
So, let him coach this team that, by the way, had a quarterback that was inserted into the lineup. And I said at the time, this isn't a mulligan year. And Heupel said that to us at SEC Media Days. He knows the stress that he's under. He knew what was coming. But I'm just surprised it's happening right now instead of when December rolls around and they're not in the playoff.
Yeah. No, I agree completely. I think, but to kind of elaborate on that, I think what Joey's done since he's been there is tremendous.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, coming in the summer and learning this system and playing at the level he's played at, guys, he had 3 bad plays last week. And I said that. 3 bad plays. Now, 5 plays make or break a game. You don't know when they are. You can't make those throws in those situations. But 3 plays, and then this is the reaction we're getting on all of it, is kind of absurd, I guess you'd say. It's kind of comical in that sense, because I take it in the fact of at least we do have fans that care.
Sure.
At least we have fans that give a crap about the program, about the state of the program, and the future of our program. Because we all know what it's like to win. What was it? 6 years ago, we had the worst season in program history.
Yep.
I think it was 6. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It was 2020. Was the 3-7 year and the COVID year. Yep.
There you go. So we had the worst season in program history, and then 4 years later, we're making the playoffs. The sky's not falling. Being compared to a Mark Richt or James Franklin is not bad.
It's not. It's a fair comparison. It's a fair comparison.
And it has nothing. It has nothing to do with James Franklin being let go a few weeks ago. That was, in my opinion, stupid on Penn State. They lost 4 games by 8 points.
Hey, quick one for you, because I know your time is limited. But you played for Lane Kiffin. And you saw the after effect of the mistake he made to go to USC where he ends up fired. Do you feel like he learned from that mistake and that ultimately he stays at a place where he's well-liked and winning enough right now at Ole Miss?
I hope so, personally. I hope that the conversation that we're having about winning 9 to 11 ball games, go to a bowl game or the playoff and winning 12 games is enough. Yes, everybody wants to win a championship. But let's be honest. What is the best conference to go win a championship in? The SEC. You have the most, I don't care what anybody calls it, the most, and it should be biased because of our conference top to bottom depth. So I hope so is what I'm getting at. I haven't talked to him about it by any means, but for his sake, for the conference's sake, I would hope he would stay where he's at and be content on building just like we need to be content on building in Knoxville and building around what we've got going, because we've got a damn good thing going. But only time will tell, I guess. But I'm excited to where we're going. 9-3, guys. Nobody would complain with 9-3 X amount of years ago. Sure as hell, nobody's complaining with 10-2.
No.
So, yeah.
Hey, do us a favor. Compare Heupel to another coach like Brian Kelly this upcoming week on A to Z.
Oh, not even close. Brian, listen.
I'm just name another coach that you're
I'll
working
be honest with you. I don't know how Brian Kelly keeps getting jobs.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Just I'd say work it in just as an inside joke now.
I don't, once again, I didn't know that comparing a coach that averages 9, 10, 11 wins a year was a bad thing. Apparently so. Mark Richt was at Georgia for 17 years? I'm in that range.
Yeah.
James Franklin was at Penn State for 12?
Tennessee had a hard time beating Mark Richt. I mean, you're getting compared to a coach that you couldn't beat, and people are mad about it.
And that was the only reason why I said James Franklin, was because I tried to compare to both generations of viewers. Mark Richt, for guys that don't remember Mark Richt coaching, because it's been a couple years. And then James Franklin, not because of what happened to James, but because he's going to average right at double-digit wins a year. Nobody wins a championship until they do. It's just what it is.
Hey, man, keep up the great work with the halftime post game on A to Z, and
I appreciate it.
Let's have you on again soon.
Yeah, this was great.
When Tennessee beats Florida, you can take a victory lap, and you can make sure everybody hears that too.
I appreciate it, guys.
All right, man.
Thank you.
Later. Yeah, thank you.
If they beat Florida, he can compare him to Steve Spurrier. Then everybody's going to be happy again. Like, yeah, you know what? He is kind of a Steve Spurrier.
Yeah.
Flashy offense. Yeah. That's exactly who he is.
I mean, I'm laughing because all he did was compare him to a coach that went to the semifinals.
Yeah, and I think the immediate association is that he compared to a coach who just got fired.
Sure.
Right? So then everybody's like, oh, well, now they're going to take that and say, well, he thinks he should get fired. It's not what he's saying. And I'll also say, year 5 is not the time to make that assessment with a coach who's had a ton of success like Josh Heupel. If in year 10, you've decided, hey, we have everything but a coach that gets you over the top to win a title, then we'll have that discussion in year 10 if he's still there and having this level of success.
It's what you just said this week about Dabo. Sometimes you just need a break.
Yeah.
When it gets to that point.
Again, it was year 12 for James Franklin.
Yes.
And they were a national championship favorite, contender, and it fell apart quickly. So they made a move. Like, I can understand that on both sides. The year 5 scuttlebutt is, to me, ridiculous. If he goes 7-5 this year, I think any talk about his job, ridiculous, given everything that happened this offseason and this year.
Okay, just briefly. I think some of this is a fan base not hearing their coach discussed at other jobs.
But I think he's getting discussed at other jobs now because there's a lot of talk about him in LSU.
Well, now he is, but he wasn't at the beginning.
There is a USA Today piece on why he should go to Penn State and abandon the idiots at Tennessee. I mean, that's the talk now. Is Tennessee fans deserve Josh Heupel leaving their sorry asses?
Well, but
because they're too stupid to realize how good they have.
Just fired their coach. Yeah, right. It's a cyclical deal. I get you.
And his agent's going to be working the phones too.
Right. It is Rays season. Apparently, Copp is going to be pissed about that.
Yeah, now if you really want...
I'm joking.
If you really want Josh Heupel to stick around, then probably should lose those last 2 to Florida Atlantic. I think it lowers his stock at that point if you're going to hire him, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
Could be a good thing for Tennessee. Who knows?
Fun show today.
You can spin it however you want.
Fun show today. Chad, on the way out, give the shout out for the show we're watching. I can never remember the name of it. Lightning.
Death by Lightning.
Death by Lightning.
On Netflix.
It's awesome. It's legit.
About James Garfield and Charles Guiteau, his assassin.
And Chester A. Arthur.
It's really, really good.
Yeah, the actors are
I'm one
outstanding.
episode in, but it's awesome.
Enjoy the football. Back at it, 11 a.m. Eastern. Hot Mike Hunter Withrow, right here at OutKick.com.